Hello, Class 6 students. Welcome to Brainwaves Class English. This is your English educator Bhumi, and today we are going to start third chapter of your book, A Pact with the Sun, The Shepherd Treasure. Now, like other chapters that we have covered, we have understood the chapter well. Similarly, this chapter also we will try to understand well. So, without wasting any time, let's start the chapter and see that what is there in this story. So, like every time, first we will see that what is there in this whole story at a glance, and then we will go into this story. A poor shepherd once lived in Iran. He was uneducated, but still he was very wise and helpful. The king decided to meet him. Why? Why the king decided? The actual reason was that the king wanted to make that person governor of a small district. This was the reason why the king wanted. Now, other governors they became very jealous of the new governor. Who is the new governor? The poor shepherd. So the old governors they became very jealous of him. Even they started calling him dishonest. Now, after that, once that new governor was called to the palace. He was ordered to explain that why he always carry an iron chest. The chest contained no gold or silver. Now what is this actually? We can able to understand when we will go depth in the chapter. So without wasting the time, let's start the chapter and see that what is there in it. In a village in Iran, there once lived a shepherd. He was very poor. He did not have even a small cottage of his own. He had never been to school or learned to read and write, for there were very few schools in those days. Though poor and uneducated, this shepherd was very wise. He understood people's sorrows and troubles and helped them face their problem with courage and common sense. Now that poor shepherd, he could not study. Maybe he has not got certain opportunities, proper opportunities for study, therefore he has not continued his education and he became uneducated. He was uneducated, but still he was very wise and he was helpful. We came to know this thing, right? That he was very helpful. Whenever he finds anyone in trouble, anyone in problem, he tries to help that particular person with his common sense, with his intelligence. He tries to help that, which makes his character helpful. Okay, next, many people came to him for advice. Soon he became very famous for his wisdom and friendly nature. After that, the king of that country heard about this poor shepherd. He also came to know about this person's nature, this person's wise and helpful nature. Therefore, that king decided to meet this person. As soon as that shepherd saw the traveler coming towards the cave, he rose to welcome him. He took the tired traveler inside his cave, gave him water to drink, and shared some of his meal. Actually, that traveler was the king itself. The king rested for the night in the cave and was greatly impressed by the shepherd's hospitality and wise conversation. We already know that this shepherd is very wise, right? Always in his conversation, his wiseness is reflected, and this nature the king has observed. Therefore, in future, the king would decide to make him a governor of a small place. Whatever it be, the king was very impressed by the hospitality and wise conversation of this shepherd. Now, what is the meaning of hospitality? Hospitality means welcoming. We have seen over here that this shepherd has treated king very well. He has given him water to drink, some part of his meal to eat. So all these shown a very great impact on the king. Meal means food. Though still tired, the king decided to depart the next morning. Though the king was tired, but still he decided to move from that area and to go to his palace. He said, "Many thanks for your kindness to poor traveler. I have a long way to go. Permit me to leave." King is telling that I have a long way to go. I cannot wait now. I have to go to my place. Looking straight into the eyes of the of his guest, the shepherd replied, "Thank you, your majesty, for paying me the compliment of a visit." The king was astonished as well as pleased. "He is indeed very wise," he thought to himself. "I need people like him to work for me." And the king appointed this humble shepherd the governor of a small district. Now, the king made his look as such that the shepherd would not understand who is actually this traveler. Okay, but the shepherd could realize, could understand that this traveler is no one else, it is actually the king. Therefore, the king was astonished, means surprised. Then the king thought that this type of people only I need in my work area who will work for me. And then the king decided, and he also appointed thus that humble shepherd the governor of a small district. Now I want to know from you all, who is this humble shepherd? I want to know. It is the poor shepherd. About this shepherd only we are talking, right? Now let's read the title once. The Shepherd's Treasure. You will tell, ma'am, why we are reading the title now? We have already read. Just to relate, just to relate. The Shepherd's Treasure. We are talking about that shepherd. We came to know that shepherd is very poor. Then how he can have treasure? Treasure means what? Gold, silver, then expensive things, right? Treasure means these things. But we came to know that shepherd is very poor. Then how he can have any treasure? Even at the last we came, at the beginning we have read at a glance where we have seen some points. An iron chest, then it is empty, all these things we have read. Now a twist will come in this story. So without wasting the time, let's again enter to the story and see that what is the twist. Previously we came to know that this shepherd was very famous for his vice and for his wiseness and his helpful nature. Now, people loved and honored him for his wisdom, sympathy, and goodness more. He was kind and just to one and all. He was same as previous. Previously, as he helps other, now also he does the same thing. His fame as a fair and wise governor soon spread throughout the country. Throughout the country, all of the people slowly came to know about him. Now the governors of other provinces grew terribly jealous of him, began to talk to the king against him. Now other districts, other places, governors, they started to feel jealousy from this new shepherd, from this new governor. Even they started to tell some points against to him. They said he is very dishonest, keeps for himself part of the money that he collects as a tax from the people. Why did he always carry with him? They added an iron chest. Now, what is the mystery behind the iron chest? They said that he keeps all the treasures inside that chest secretly. Treasure means he keeps a part of the money in the form of tax from the people. Now, students, make it clear that these are nothing but the stories created by other governors. At first, the king did not pay attention to all these stories, but other governors, they made so many different type of stories for that new governor that at last the king have to call the new governor, that is the shepherd, to his palace. Let's see that what happened next. Then that shepherd came to the palace. He came riding on his camel. The famous iron chest was there, fastened very securely behind him on the camel's back. Securely means very properly. Now the king was angry. He thundered and asked, "Why do you always carry the iron chest with you? What does it contain?" The governor smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. Others were very excited to see that what's there inside the chest. After that, when the chest was opened, all of them were surprised to see that inside this chest there was no gold, no silver, no jewel, but only an old blanket. The shepherd has holded that blanket very proudly. Then he said that this is only my treasure. King asked that, why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? You are a governor of a district. You should not do this. Then the shepherd said that this is the blanket. It is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if at any time your majesty should wish to take away my new cloak. How pleased the king was, and how embarrassed the jealous governors became to hear this wise man's reply. What was that reply? Will I repeat again? Reply was, he said that this blanket will protect me still now, but whenever you want, you can take away all my new cloak. Whatever you have given me, all are new, and all these new things you can take it back anytime. But this blanket will be my future friend. It will be my one of the friend who will always with me. Okay, and this wise answer has embarrassed the jealous governors. Others also came to know that this person is the humblest and the wisest man in the land. That very day, the king made him the governor of a much bigger district. So that's all in this chapter, in this story, The Shepherd's Treasure. Hope you could understand this story well. Then, at last, what you can learn from here? What is the moral of this story? I want to know that what you have understood from this story. So, your task will be just after seeing this video, you will type in the comment box what is the moral of this story. What you have learned. I don't want any copied answer from Google. I want your answer. So, be fast and type the answer in the comment box. Till that, thank you very much. We will meet again on next video. Till that, keep watching. Have a good day.